Back in 2021, I subscribed to Bible Gateway Plus. I said it was a great deal, and I released a video breaking down its features, its limitations, who I thought it was a good fit for, and some alternative products if you wanted something a little simpler or maybe a little more complex. But the question is, now in 2024, is Bible Gateway Plus still a good deal? In this video, I'm gonna answer that question. I'm gonna share with you some of the new and some of my favorite features. I'll let you know whether it has those same limitations or if they've improved. And lastly, if you stick around to the end, I'll share with you whether I'm gonna be renewing my subscription or moving on to something else. So I'm not going to keep you waiting. The short answer is yes, Bible Gateway Plus is 100% still worth it in 2024. In fact, the value has increased. The price has stayed the same. It hasn't gone up, and it's on sale right now, so you can get it for even less. And the features have improved. So this is a win-win. If you think Bible Gateway Plus was good for you a few years ago, it will 100% be a good fit for you now. So I'm a big fan. I've really liked using it. And for the right user, it continues to be an excellent value and a first option if you're looking for something in under $10 that gives you Bible tools, it gives you Bible selection, gives you a good search. It is just an all-around high value option for you. Now, if you're looking for something more complex, that's where you're going to run into the thing that it wasn't worth for you before. It's still not going to be worth it for you now. The reality is they've improved what they're doing, but it's still the same thing. It's the same good value, not a new good value. So if you want something more complicated, I think Logos is the way to go. And if you're interested in either of those, I've dropped links in the description with discounts. So a link for Bible Gateway Plus and an affiliate link for Logos with a discount you can enjoy. What about the features? How are they compared to a few years ago? Let's go ahead and take a look. And the first is just removing the ads. It's a good experience, even with ads, it's fine. But I've really, after using it for a while, have realized how good it is to not have ads on your screen. So I really enjoy that. And with their Bible selection here, they just have so many Bibles. It is a great first choice if you just want to read the Bible in various translations, and getting rid of those ads is worth it. Next, and this is a big update over the last few years, they've dramatically improved how they do these resources. I believe they called this like a study tab before, and it's just become a lot easier to use. These little tabs where you can choose study Bibles, encyclopedias, or whatever you want to look at really do make it easier to kind of find the resources you're looking for, and just a lot more pleasant to use. So that's a good improvement, and that carries over even into the interlinear, into the language tools they have. So if you go here to your Hebrew Greek tab, and this is new, you can just turn this visibility on, and it's a lot easier. Now, again, there are still some limitations here, but they have improved the interlinear quite a bit. They've added the Mounce Interlinear New Testament, which is a better version, I think, than the NIV if you're looking for something that tracks a little more closely with the Greek. And so you can see using the Mounce, if we just click on this word, it pops up over here. We have the definition, and it's a pretty usable reverse interlinear. It wouldn't be my go-to for really in-depth study, but for a lot of people, this may be exactly what you're looking for, and it's improved quite a bit. One more thing I would say about the resources is that they have added some new good resources. So the number of resources has improved and the quality has gone up. And also they have some resources that they had back in my first review that I did not recognize as being as good as they really are. Let me show you one of those right now. It is, I'm scrolling down, they do really have quite a lot. The NIV application commentary. This commentary is actually really highly reviewed. I know it sounds like it would be something that's not particularly scholarly or well received with scholars, but believe it or not, this is academically well received. It's a fairly rigorous commentary, and it's going to cost you over $1,000 for the set, and this would be really worth looking at. And some of the other resources sneak in like this, that they are, they're actually maybe not brand new, but they are current enough to be useful and well reviewed enough that you would really want them on your shelf. So there you go. Those are the features, and you can see that they are really good. But what about limitations? Mostly the limitations are the same as what they were before. And the reason is because they're all the flip side of the good stuff. So one of the first limitations is that the resources are still relatively limited. And so they are really good value. I would describe it as having a really high floor. So like the entry point for what you get for your money is really high, but the ceiling is like just about the same exact place. You can't expand it very much. It's not going to grow bigger. And so it's great for starting out, but it's not going to take you far if you want to keep expanding and getting more stuff. And that's the upside is you're not spending more money. So it's like one of those, two sides of the same coin. And whether that's good for you or a limitation, well, that's how you're going to determine whether it's a good fit. Although everything is easy to use, it's not very customizable. So again, it's one of those like high floor things where you can come in and everybody can start using it pretty well, but it's not going to get easier with time. It's going to be, about the same experience whether you've used it for 1 hour or 100 hours. By contrast, Logos is kind of complicated and difficult. So a lot of people, when they boot it up, they would think it's much harder than Bible Gateway. So it has one of those floors where when you come in, it's going to be tough. But as you get used to it, you're going to find you can do more and more things. And so you can expand that to be so much easier at doing such difficult things if you invest the work in it. And that's not the case with Bible Gateway Plus. So you can kind of see, hearing through the features and the limitations, whether this is a good fit for you largely depends on how you interpreted that. So when you heard, hey, it's cheap, and there's not a lot of ways to expand, so you're not spending more money in like a kind of like a money pit, then this is perfect for you. It's exactly what you want. On the other hand, if you thought, I really want to be building up my theological library over time, Bible Gateway Plus could be a great stepping stone for you, but it's not going to be something you want to invest in long term because you want something more like Logos where you can build up that theological library. Same thing with Simplicity. If you don't want to learn how to use software, Bible Gateway Plus is perfect. But if you do, well, then there are other options that are going to give you more tools to do that. So you've got to weigh that for yourself. Well, I told you I would share with you whether or not I'm sticking around with Bible Gateway Plus, and the answer is I will not be renewing my membership, my subscription. And the reason for that is because over the last year, I've been building up my Logos library and building up my knowledge and how to use that. And so at first, as I was building that up, it was great to have Bible Gateway on the side with extra resources and commentaries because I didn't have that much in Logos. But as I bought more things, as I got more used to how Logos works, I have built that library up to the point that honestly, I don't go back to Bible Gateway Plus much anymore. And I'm perfectly content to spend my time in Logos and that $30 or $40 that I would have spent on Bible Gateway Plus, just putting that into buying some new content for Logos. And that's what I'm doing. But what about you? Will you be using Bible Gateway Plus, a free app? Are you going to be going to Logos? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget there's some links if you want to get any of these products. And no matter what you do, I hope that the tools you use are ultimately about helping you understand the Bible.